The day the Varsans arrived on Earth was like any other. People went about their business, going to work or school, tending to their families and friends. But then, without warning, a massive object appeared in the sky, blotting out the sun. Panic set in as people scrambled to figure out what was happening. But then a voice boomed out from the sky. It was unlike anything anyone had ever heard before, deep and sonorous, yet somehow melodic. "We come in peace," the voice said in English. "We are the Varsans, and we seek your help." The object in the sky slowly descended, revealing itself to be a massive spacecraft, unlike anything anyone on Earth had ever seen before. It was sleek and silver, with smooth lines and gentle curves that gave it an almost organic feel. As the ship landed, a ramp extended, and a group of humanoid figures emerged. They were tall and willowy, with pale blue skin and large, expressive eyes that seemed to shine with an otherworldly intelligence. The leader of the Varsans stepped forward, holding out a hand in greeting. "I am Zoran," he said. "We come from a planet far from here, and we are in need of your assistance." Zoran explained that the Varsans were on the run from a more advanced alien race that had been relentlessly hunting them. They had crash-landed on a nearby planet and needed specific minerals found only on Earth to repair their ship and continue their journey. "We are not a warlike people," Zoran said. "We do not wish to harm you. We simply need your help to survive." The leaders of the world's nations convened a meeting to discuss the situation. There was a great deal of skepticism and fear. After all, the idea of extraterrestrial life was still a very new and foreign concept to most people. But in the end, the decision was made to help the Varsans. A team of scientists and engineers was assembled to work with the Varsans on the repair mission. They worked tirelessly, often late into the night, to analyze the alien technology and determine how best to help. As the team worked, they learned more about the Varsans and their culture. They were a highly advanced race, with technology far beyond anything on Earth. But they were also deeply peaceful and altruistic, placing a high value on the preservation of life. One of the scientists, a young woman named Aya, struck up a friendship with Zoran. As they worked together, she found herself drawn to his gentle demeanor and kind heart. They talked often about their respective cultures, learning from each other and discovering common ground. Aya also learned more about the Varsans' mission. They were not just fleeing from the advanced race. They were on a mission to find a new home, a place where they could start anew and rebuild their society. It was a daunting task, but they were determined to see it through. As the weeks passed, the team made significant progress on the repairs. The Varsans were able to communicate their thanks in a way that was both sincere and moving, and Aya found herself feeling a deep connection to their cause. The clock was ticking, and the fate of an entire race was in the balance. As the repairs on the Varsans' ship neared completion, the tension among the team and the Varsans grew. They knew that their window of opportunity to escape the pursuing aliens was closing rapidly. Aya and Zoran spent long hours discussing their options and strategizing for the escape. Finally, the day came when the ship was ready to take off. The team had worked tirelessly, and they had managed to repair the ship beyond the Varsans' expectations. But the mood was somber, as everyone knew that the Varsans' survival was still far from guaranteed. As they prepared to take off, the Varsans expressed their gratitude to the team for their help, and Aya and Zoran shared a heartfelt goodbye. Then, with a roar of its engines, the ship lifted off from the ground and into the sky, but the Varsans' pursuers were hot on their tail. As the ship hurtled through space, the Varsans and the team worked together to evade the alien ships. It was a harrowing chase, with near misses and tense moments, but the Varsans' advanced technology and the team's ingenuity proved to be enough to keep them one step ahead. Finally, with a burst of speed, the Varsans managed to outrun their pursuers and disappear into the depths of space. Aya and the team watched as the Varsans' ship vanished from sight, feeling a mix of relief and sadness. They knew that they had made a difference in the Varsans' struggle, but also that the Varsans still had a long journey ahead of them. As they returned to Earth, Aya and the team were greeted as heroes, hailed for their bravery and selflessness. But for Aya, the memory of her time with the Varsans remained a poignant reminder of the vastness of the universe and the many struggles and triumphs that lay beyond the stars.